Hi guys, this is Neil and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, since kakatapos ko lang mag-take ng online class for my sustainability and business subject with my master's degree course based in Italy, so naisipan ko na mag-vlog regarding sa online study experience ko with AMA University Online Education. So nandito lahat, sinulat ko, and I will enumerate one by one kung ano yung mga na-experience ko. Is there any positive or negative experience, i-share ko sa inyo lahat ito. But before starting, let's define first what is online learning. So ang online learning kasi guys, it is a set of courses that one can undertake or complete via or through a remote mode, or it can be called as distance learning din. So normally, ang online learning talaga is designed according to the person who needs it, which is yung mga PWDs or yung mga working professionals na wala ng time magpunta sa school. So yun ang main target ng pagkakaroon ng online education. So why sila ang target? Yun ay because to promote convenience and para na rin sa easier access nila. So like me, I'm a working professional. So hindi ako pwedeng pumunta ng school every now and then. So based on my time, doon din ako nag-aaral. Hanggat may free time ako, then doon ko lang siya ina-allocate to study and to work. So meron din tayong types or classification of individuals who are taking online studies. So ito is ang alam kasi ng karamihan is pag online study, gusto ko lang online study, so mag-aral through online study. But there is a reason why somebody chooses online learning. So yung number one is sila yung mga working professionals who are taking the courses which is directly related to their working expertise. So sila yung may mga deep knowledge, or sila yung may mga currently has long experience, individuals with deeper knowledge on the areas or certain courses na tinake nila. So yung directly related kasi, like for example, yung an HR associate who is taking a BSBA HRM. So yun directly related siya sa work. Or another one is a computer programming associate, which nag-take siya ng computer engineering. So, directly related sa work. The second classification is, yun yung mga working professionals who is taking the courses which is partially related to their current job position or profession. So, yun yung mga professionals like me. So, I was a housekeeping coordinator before. Then nag-take ako ng Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Management, which is partially related lang siya. In a way na up to 30 to 40% lang yung related sa Human Resources Management doon sa current position ko sa trabaho. But it still depends on you on how or what type of course you are going to take. And the third classification is those are non-work related or starting to a totally new profession. So isa sa mga example dyan is yung students or full-time students which na nag-start pa lang ng career nila. And another one is a perfect example would be a cleaner going to an IT profession. So siya ay cleaner sa isang housekeeping department sa hotel and taking a course in information technology, which is a totally different area. So yun yung mga sinasabing non-work related na wala talaga silang relate doon sa current na trabaho, or they are just starting or taking the course to make a new career for themselves. So in this three classification of online students, dito ako na-belong sa class 2 and 3. Kasi yung una kong kinuha sa AMA-OED is BSB HRM, which is partially related to my current profession nung time na yun. And recently kasi I took a new course in engineering dahil na-transfer ako sa a total different profession na hindi na related sa work ko. So, ito yung, kung makikita niyan, yung tatlong block na yan is online education. Yung nasa taas is yung sa AMA-OED, and then yung two sa lower is from UK schools. One is from iLearn Engineering and one is from London School of International Business. Both are diploma in engineering. So, yun guys. And just a brief about my background with AMA-OED. So, I just finished my BSB HRM and got my graduation certificate last December 2023 kasi na-delay yung submission ng aming final book for the thesis, and instead mag-submit siya for March 2023, na-submit siya by June of the same year. So mid-year na-confirm yung graduation namin, kaya nabigyan ako ng certificate very late na din, but it's fine, at least natapos din tayo. So let's start with my experience, my online experience with AMA-OED. So first and foremost, how did I find AMA-OED? So nahanap ko siya during my research in 2019. It was exactly October, somewhere in second or third week. So naghanap ako ng school kasi gusto ko kumuha ng online course or distance learning course. Actually, I initially searched schools from US, pero dahil sa sobrang mahal is hindi ko na tinuloy. And suddenly, nakita ko na meron palang mga online schools sa Philippines. So, nag-check ako. I found out Malayan and AMA-OED and PUP. So, yun yung mga nakita ko. Kaya lang, doon sa mga schools na yun, nung time na yun is AMA-OED lang yung nag-reply sa inquiry ko. So, doon ako nag-enroll. And as I mentioned earlier, I started in January 2020. Then I finished in December of 2022 but delayed for graduation rights dahil sa delay of the submission of last requirements. So, next is the tuition fees. So, nung time ko, ang minor subject is 2,500. Major is 3,000, so yun yung 2020. But by May 2021, tumaas yung tuition fees. So yung drastic increase was 3,000 for minor and 5,000 for major. So that was between May to June 2021. So hindi rin ako na-inform, guys. Kaya lang, kailangan natin i-accept dahil nga sa kagustuhan nating matapos ng pag-aaral, so i-accept na lang yung reality na yan. So ganun talaga. And currently, I think mas higher din ang tuition fee ngayon dahil tumaas din ng other fees, like yung admission fee has the same as 1,000 pesos, but there is an additional technology fee and something Google. Kasi guys, hindi na ako naka-enroll ngayon, so nasa ibang school na ako, and hindi ko na-access ko pa yung portal ko, pero hindi kasi ako nag-enroll ng mga courses under AMA-OED. So third is my experience. So let's start first with my positive experience about the school. So the first one is it is easy to catch up on using the portal. So since may experience na ako sa pag-ooperate ng mga software, so may experience ako sa pag-operate ng Opera PMS ng hotel system, may experience ako for human resources management system, so hindi na siya bago sa akin. Yung something about operations sa mga portals is nothing new na. So madali ko na lang siyang napag-aaralan. Even now na nag-aaral ako ng master's degree, is still under online portal pa rin. So wala siyang nagiging problema sa akin. And another one is the exam format, which is mostly sa Philippines ganun talaga, more on exam. So, yun yung isa sa mga advantage ng AMA OED compared to the other schools na pag-enrollan ko, kasi sa mga next schools na kung saan ako nag-study din ng online education is hindi na siya exam-based kundi research-based siya lahat. Much challenging din siya compared doon sa examination-based. Dahil pag nag-exam ka, pwede ka namang mag-review. Unlike kapag nag-research ka, ikaw ang bibigay ng problem, ikaw yung affected sa problem, at ikaw yung magsusolve ng problem. So, yun yung kailangan mong patunayan sa research, which is much more stressful kaysa mag-exam. So, the third one is the convenient with my time and schedule. So, nagmamatch kasi lagi yung schedule dahil sa, syempre, ginagawa ko lang yung study when I have free time. So, dito naman sa current location ko sa Middle East, 2 days naman ang off ko and marami kaming public holidays, guys. So, yun, kaya naman mas napabilis yung pag-aaral natin. The fourth one is the fast assistance of my OED buddy. So, nung time na nag-aaral pa ako until I graduated, I have only one OED buddy. It was OED buddy Jules. So, si Jules kasi, sometimes kasi nagsisend siya ng email or nag-a-ask. So, kaya naman natutuwa ako sa kanila kasi nga, they act fast kapag meron akong kailangan. And since hindi rin naman ako mahilig mangulit sa kanila, once in a blue moon lang din ako magtanong, kaya siguro mabilis din sila mag-reply. The fifth one is fast issuance of credentials. So yun nga guys, na-delay yung issuance ng credentials not because delay yung process nila, but because delay yung submission ng final requirements namin sa completion ng course. Nag-request actually ako ng credentials by November of 2023, and then nag-request din ako ng additional na certificate of medium of instruction kasi kailangan sa school ko sa UK noon nung nag-enroll pa ako. And by December of the year, binigyan na nila ako ng certificate, lahat-lahat kasama na yung sa medium of instruction. So within a month, nakuha ko na lahat. And sinend na sa address ko. And we are able to receive the physical copy. So next one is the OJT requirements. So mas swerte ako nung nagkaroon na ng OJT requirements, I was already in the related position. So hindi ako nahirapan. And supportive naman din kasi yung naging boss ko. Mabilis lang kumuha ng signature. Hindi ko na kailangan mag-explain pa ng sobra-sobra. So, sa akin guys, it's a very smooth process. Hindi ako na maghirap na mag-ask ng permission kasi binigyan na ako ng authority before then ako nag-start. And seventh is the enrollment at any convenient time. So yes, ang online study kasi or online learning, at any time pwede ka mag-enroll. Kahit saan ka man, basta meron ka lang internet connection at tapos mo na yung lahat ng subjects at cleared na lahat ng previous semester mo. But, one thing you should learn is that hindi lahat ng online school ay pare-pareho. Sa AMA OED, you can have this anytime, enroll at anytime, anywhere. Pero sa current school ko ngayon, pag nag-enroll ka is once lang. Ang payment mo is fixed na. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng baguhin. Kapag na-late payment ka, there is a penalty, automatic. Nagka-calculate na yung system. So, yun yung pinagkaiba, guys. Next time, I will do a vlog what is the difference between AMA OED and my current school and my other two schools na nag-online study ako. So, doon naman tayo ngayon sa negative experience. Yes, kung may mga positive, meron ding negative. But, yung negative kasi guys, pwede kasi siya maging positive. Basta alam lang natin na may enough justification or enough reason na magja-justify na dapat natin intindihin yung negative side na yun. So, yung number one is the courses being updated every now and then. So, marami sa inyo ang makaka-relate nito dahil nung time ko, hindi naman siya ganun karami, but there are some times na ang hirap mag-enroll kasi under development pa yung course. Why? Kasi, yung course ng AMA o ED or kahit anong online school na naka-base for exam, ina-update nila yung every now and then dahil sa mga online leaks, mga questions and answers. Hindi kasi maiiwasan yun guys, kasi ang tao kasi talaga, it's a normal way of doing things faster. So mag-cheat. So ang school ngayon, wala magagawa kundi i-update yung portal nila. And sa kaka-update nila, that cost more money and more investment. So always remember, tayong mga nag-graduate sa mga ganyang institution, wag sana nating gawin na i-abuse yung way ng pagbibigay nila ng learning materials and the exams. Wag nating ilabas kasi yun yung nakaka-affect sa mga next students. So nagrereklamo na sila ngayon na tumaas ang tuition fee, which is ang reason niyan is lumalaki ang investment sa technological update dahil once ina-update mo ang isang portal, mag-i-spend ka ng time, mag-i-spend ka ng tao na magre-develop ng mga courses, ng mga modules, ng mga resources, ng mga formats. So malaki talaga ang investment guys. Not unless pupunta yan sa research base, which is a much more cheaper option and doesn't need to be updated every now and then dahil individually, machi-check mo naman ang mga research work ng student. Pero sa curriculum ng Philippines, malabong mangyari yan. So, based on my experience and based on observation, hindi basta-basta magagawang research based dahil nga yung curriculum ng current education system sa bansa is hindi siya pwedeng i-match doon. So, yun yung pinagkaiba nun. And second is yung na-mention ko kanina, sudden increase of tuition fee which was not informed ahead of time. So, at first, I was very disappointed. Pero, yun nga, kailangan tanggapin kasi reality. Gusto ko makatapos. So, I don't have anything to do with that na dahil nga, naiintindihan ko naman yung reason nila dahil dun sa mga factors na both internal and external which is affecting dun sa operations nila. And in fact guys, hindi pa ganun kataas ang tuition fee nila. Yung current na binabayaran ko ngayon sa school ko dito sa current institution is 25 to 35,000 a month, which is a very high amount. Pero since gusto ko nga makatapos, so I try to gamble with it. So okay naman guys. And the third one negative is unavailability of face-to-face graduation. So yun yung isa sa mga pangarap ko actually noon pa na makapag face-to-face. And I think now kung ipaglalaban ko pa yan, late na. So I was just hoping that for the current and future online students sa AMA o ED na sana bigyan nila ng chance na makapag face-to-face graduation man lang sila din para ma-experience din na umakyat sa stage. Even me, kung mabibigyan ako ng chance, why would I say no? I would say totally yes. For this, I would give my advice to online students and for those who are currently starting their career and those working professionals who are looking for improvement and currently enrolled in AMA o ED or planning to enroll in AMA o ED or any other online schools or distance learning institutions. Ito lang yung maipapayo ko sa inyo. Take the course that is closely related to your current work experience. So yun yung mga courses na, for example, isa kang hotel professional or waiter or kitchen staff. Take HRM or Hotel and Restaurant Management Tourism. If you're working in computer-related works, take computer programming or computer engineering or information technology kasi yun yung pinaka-directly related sa working profession mo or position mo sa current. Or, kung mag-change ka man ng way or mag-jump ka into different professions, make sure na alam mo na meron ka talagang support or support system na magbibigay sa iyo ng opportunity na makapag-landing sa much magandang work. Dahil guys, always remember, even though nandito na tayo sa golden age of technology, ang online education, there is still more challenges, especially when it comes to professions and working places. So, i-vlog ko ito sa next video na gagawin ko. Yung challenging about taking online education at work or even in the community. Meron talagang challenges. Meron judgment. So, yun lang guys. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to share.